Yeah, what I'm hearing, and I don't know if you're thinking this, but I'm hearing how much you want to be there for your daughter, how much you want to be the responsible dad, the responsible husband, to provide for your family, and to give them not just financial, but also leadership and be a part of your family, and engaged in it. And yet, I also hear a little bit of, correct me if I'm wrong, maybe I'm not sure how to do that all the time, and not knowing.
That'd be a big thing if I said that. maybe I'm not sure. I don't say that very often, but
Yeah.
But now that I try to decide on a path that is not willy-nilly, just kind of fly by the seat of your pants. So, oftentimes we'll have this discussion, and oftentimes it comes from her. You have an excuse for everything, and I say, no, I have a reason for everything. So, as it comes down to this, I do want to be the protector, but at the same time, I think I know how to do it. And when we come to the prom, I thought I was doing it right. What's the issue? If we could go back and re-roll that whole argument on that night? I didn't say it because it's kind of harsh to say, but if I were talking to another colleague, I said, what's the problem? What's the issue? What's the true issue? Since then, I'm sorry to cut you off. Since then, I know she said something that was not followed.
Okay. And I hear maybe a different kind of process. The same. I'm hearing from Kelly this kind of desire to put up a front in her life in general, and that things are strong. But I'm also maybe hearing a little bit from you the same thing, that you want to know what to do, and that you don't very often come to your wife and say, I don't know what to do here. But that usually you have a plan, and you try to be the strong person and hold things together. And what I'm hearing from both of you is this sense that, you're trying to be the strong person and do the best that you can in the situation you're in, and right now feeling like, maybe a little, I don't know what to do.
Well, the marriage and the family and the ready-made family doesn't come with an instruction manual. And mistakes happen, you can learn by them, and I guess that it's not like this is the only thing she's ever done. I mean, this has been going on, little bits and pieces. She's been testing the limits.
But has she been testing the limits because of her relationship with you, or because that's what preteen and teenage girls do?
Either way, we have to set them.
I know, but I don't know if the conflict. I don't know if the conflict is that it's you. I'm not saying you're the problem. I'm saying that my concern is, I just think this is normal. And yeah, we do need to set the limits. But I'm afraid that you've personalized them. And you've taken it to mean she wouldn't do this if I were her mother. You think I don't recognize that she tries to play me? Is that what you think?
What do you struggle with then? Her maybe trying to play you. What other things might you struggle with still?
Oh,
with
I thought you
your
were talking
family.
about-
No, with you. Yeah.
Your turn.
I'm trying to understand. I feel like I understand pretty well what's going on with Kelly, but I'm still
it
trying
started
to
when she was a
understand.
kid. When she was a kid, it was, can I have Lucky Charms for breakfast? No. What did I say? But Daddy, if I eat all this, can I have, And she quickly, she's a smart girl.
She's bright. Huh?
But I'm a smart guy, and she's a smart woman. We're not blind to the tomfoolery, if you will, of these kids. We get kids in the neighborhood. You can just pick it out in the other kids. I'm not blind to it in my own daughter. Is that to say that I've won every time? If you're going to talk about one loss, that I've never been duped by my daughter? Oh, probably I have, as every parent is. Makeup, of course, was something. What do I know about makeup? When the appropriate time to wear makeup is. I can tell when my daughter's
there's an
wearing
example.
too
He wants
much.
her to wear makeup at 17. Doesn't want her to have any until she's 17 years old. You've got to be kidding. So that's something where I think he's being hard on her here, and here's a situation where
She's beautiful. She doesn't even know. One man talking.
yes,
just saying
but if you don't teach her how to do it right, she's going to go off and wear it not so right in the bathroom at the girls,
At school.
At school, but.
All right. Well, that could be happening now. I'm a man enough to know that could be happening now.
Yeah.
It's because I show her how to wear it.
There's a little bit, and
But
see
see,
if I'm right here, because what I'm trying to do. You guys can continue this discussion at home, and I know you will. But what I'm trying to just make sure I understand is that maybe a little bit of what's going on for you is parenting a daughter, having the expert on what it means to be a woman in your wife, and so you're trying to, in this household with a wife and a daughter, and they seem a little foreign at times, maybe even like you're trying to figure this whole thing out, and remain you and remain strong in this.
Yeah. That.
Yeah, am I getting closer?
Yeah. Well, that's pretty. It's
Yeah.
a pretty good way of putting it.
Okay, and then maybe even early on, maybe the two of you even had dreams that Kelly could become the mom she hasn't had. And
From the mom she hasn't had.
that your daughter, because you said
Oh,
your
mom.
daughter's
She is okay.
birth mother
Right.
has not been able to be that stable figure, so that Kelly could be that.
Yeah, we talked about that before we got married. Yeah.
And then now you're looking at it going, is that really working out? Is that really what we want? Is that?
I don't know. I'm sure it's just a lot of insecurity on my own. What if I don't have my own baby? What if I don't have someone to love me unconditionally? I don't know. Kristen's 15. I don't know how she feels right now.
Mm-hmm.
I've been there for her since she was 9, since we've been married, and I'm getting more and more of a cold shoulder from her, and it's painful. And what if I'm left with nothing?
Sometimes I get a cold shoulder from her too.
Yeah,
And
but
I-
you're.
But I'm like, I know, but you're her mom. You know that.
It sounds like you don't always feel like mom, but more like you are stepmom.
What does she call you? What does she call you? Right. And a cold shoulder isn't always directed.
But now when she's really mad at me.
Well,
Unfortunately, we're about out of time. It's not like we're just starting to kind of get to understanding it. I really appreciate how both of you have shared how you really feel and been vulnerable that way for both of you, and trying to not just hold up a front, because that's what's going to work here, is not to just hold up a front like everything's going to be okay, but to talk about feeling insecure about it with each other. And I hope we can continue to do that as we work together. Okay. Okay. We'll pick up the same time next week.
Right.
Okay.
Good.